Hello everyone, here's Avita. Good afternoon. It is over 31 degrees centigrade, guys, and it's really hot, at least on the terrace. And I'm just lucky to have all these trees on the southeast side of the garden. So it provides us a lot of shade and a cooler breeze here. So I will be waiting until it cools down in the evening, and then I would like to give my red tip photina, I have two over there, a haircut. I'll probably be reducing the crown to about 1/3 or maybe even a half, because I'd like some sun rays to reach the pond. I have some sea roses there, and they need some sunshine to bloom. Okay, if you'd like, please join me then. And at the end, I would like to show you, at least give you an update on my shade garden to the right that I just put together in spring. I think I didn't cut it last year. It's so much. I think I forgot to trim it last year. So I'm done pruning my red tip photinas, and look at that pile, guys. I have to shred this, but I can't shred today. Today's a holiday, so I'll do it tomorrow. I think I forgot to prune this last year because I don't remember cutting off so many branches in one year, but it's good now. So there will be more sun going through for my pond. So I'll have some sea rose flowers. So I'll just go and drink something, and then I'll give you an update on my new shade garden, the one that I just put together in early spring. It's still really warm, guys. But it's now nice here. It's under the trees and it's cooler. And it's almost 8 o'clock in the evening. Oh, it's so satisfying. The shade garden really turned out beautiful, I think. And it filled up very fast. Okay, I'll show you. That is the Limelight hydrangea that I transferred last spring. And it has flowering buds. I wasn't expecting that. And it's really a nice surprise. One branch is dead, I think, but it's okay. I'll cut it off all the way down, and then that will be fine. I underplanted the Limelight with some mini hostas and some hazelwort. And this hazelwort is a ground covering, so it will cover the whole area, maybe in a year. At least I'm hoping that. And then I splitted some of my heucheras and planted, I think, 4 or 5 in this bed. And I also splitted some of my masterwort. So I have like 4 in this bed now too. And I have 2 tea berries that was in one of my winter containers. So there is a hellebore in white, smaller one, and the bigger one is also a hellebore in dark pink. And these hellebores were also in my winter containers last year. I have some masterwort that I also splitted from another plant. Some heucheras, and I bordered this bed with Lierop. That was also in one of my winter containers. I just splitted it because it's really very pricey here, so I just took it apart and just bordered this, and they all look good, so they'll be growing. Beside the blue container is a shrubby Veronica. And in front of the shrubby Veronica is also another masterwort. And to the right is an obelisk. I painted it blue. It used to be gray, I think. And I positioned it there because I would like blue flowering clematis to climb this trellis. And I tried to pull some vines up, but then I broke them. They were too fragile. They were still too soft. I hope it will have enough vines to also cover up this obelisk here. And look at that hydrangea macrophylla, guys. It's just beautiful. And just like I said, it almost died last year from the late frost, just like my succulents. And then I covered it with some kind of fleece material to protect it from the frost last winter. And it recovered. Look at that. To the left of the blue container is a Carolina Spice hybrid, Venus. And it bloomed beautifully last year. And I'm not even sure anymore if it already did bloom this year or it will be blooming very soon. I don't see any flowering buds though. Maybe I missed it. I was so busy lately. In front are now 3 Japanese skimmia. This was also in my winter container, but it was just in one pot. And I noticed there were 3 plants in there. So I just separated them, and now I have 3 Japanese skimmia in front. And of course, a very beautiful fern. And another tea berry from the winter container. Some mini hostas. And the Lierop that was also in one of my winter containers. I actually wanted to buy more because I wanted a border here, but they were so pricey. So I took it apart and just planted them. I separated the bulbs and as you can see, they're growing. So this will be looking very beautiful, I think, next year. Of course, they won't flower now, but next year will be okay. So guys, what I'd like to do here is to put a permanent edging, just like I did with my drought-resistant perennial bed. But I will be doing that maybe in fall. So I guess that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, maybe you'll consider doing so. It is very much appreciated. And I hope to see you again in the next one. Bye now.